Did Apple just kill the AirPods Max with their release of the new Beats Studio Pro? Well, based off the specs, the AirPods Max just got destroyed, but what I'm curious about are the things that specs don't show, like sound quality, active noise cancellation, comfort, and more. So we're gonna be testing all of that. I wanna say I do like the packaging that these come in at, and look at that right out of the box. This is what a case should look like. We should have not got this embarrassing thing that I never ever use. This thing feels nice. We have a little carry handle right there. Let's open it up. Okay, that is interesting. So it doesn't open up all the way. Let's pull these out. All right, well, I will say right out of the get-go, the quality does not feel as nice as the stainless steel and aluminum design of the AirPods Max. Now, weight-wise, yeah, you definitely can tell the difference. We have some pockets here for the USB Type-C cable, and look at this, a 3.5mm jack cable, which you have to pay extra for from Apple for the AirPods Max. That is a lightning to 3.5mm. Now that is one of the things that really bugs me about the AirPods Max. When the battery dies on this, well, you can't use it while charging, and you can't use the 3.5mm to lightning cable either. You have to charge them first. Whereas with the Beats, no problem. Plug it in, use it even if the battery is dead. And with that said, the battery difference is massive, basically double the battery life. And I don't buy what Apple says about the battery life still being good without the case, because they go into low power mode. It still drains a lot, and often when I want to use them, they are dead, which definitely sucks. Whereas with the Beats, you can fold them, and as soon as you do, it shuts them off, and then as soon as you open them back up, bam, they are powered on. I love that. And of course, the compactness factor, having those be able to fold, it's much nicer to put into your bag. But what about comfort? Let's go ahead and get a refresher with these. I love how comfortable they are. You do have a little bit of extra pressure on the sides, but the top is super soft. After a while, you do feel the weight, but they are still extremely comfortable. Now with these, you have a standard band, a lot less expensive to make, a little bit harder to open them up, but let's try this out. Well, right out of the get-go, I would say these are not as comfortable. I have a little bit less pressure here, but I definitely feel that band much more so. Now, the ear cups themselves also don't feel as soft. They are memory kind of foam here, but compared to these ear cups, those are softer. And of course, these swap out. Mine are starting to wear out. They're magnetic, super cool feature, whereas you will not get that with the Beats. Now I could see or feel why these are $350 compared to $550. Our touchpad is all plastic, and it's just a standard clicking kind of pad. It feels really cheap compared to that digital crown that we have built in and this button, which is so nice to be able to just scroll up and down, click, tap here to switch between your different modes. This is much nicer with the AirPods Max. Pairing them should be just as easy as AirPods, but for some reason I just have a white box over here. And just like with our AirPods Max, right there in the settings, they show up. You have all your options built in without needing an app. There's even personalized, spatialized audio built in. Find My support. That is really cool. And now let's compare the noise cancellation. Let's start out with just how much sound it blocks. I have it set to off. Vadim, go ahead and say something.
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
Good, it's going good. You sound a little bit muffled, but I can hear you. And what about the AirPods Max? All right, say something now.
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
You are definitely quieter with the AirPods Max. I hear less of my voice. I hear a lot less of that HVAC sound. Wow, so this definitely has more sound blocking. I'm probably talking quieter too. Now let's turn on noise cancellation here. Wow, all the sound went away. Even my voice is low and went away. But even say something.
Hey, what's up, man? How do I sound?
Even good? Quieter. This works really well. And actually, I think the latest software update improved it. And with the Beats here, wow, okay. That got a lot quieter compared to without it. Vadim, go ahead and say something.
How do you hear me? Good?
You're louder. You're louder than with the AirPods Max, definitely. And most of that 8-track noise went away. I hear a tiny bit of the high end, but let's take this up a notch. As you guys can hear, we got the airplane noise turned up on max. In the off setting, it definitely blocks it out. Let's set your noise cancellation on. Okay, it's a little louder than I thought it would be. Cut out a lot of the low end, but the high end is still coming through. Let's put on the AirPods Max here. Oh yeah, definitely quieter. Now it's not a crazy difference, but it's definitely noticeable, especially on the high end. So if you care about the best noise cancellation, AirPod Max definitely take the win. But what about transparency mode? I know the laptop slipped down there. All right, oh, this sounds like I don't have anything on. So amazing with AirPods. Vadim, talk for a sec.
Do I sound good?
You sound identical to what you actually...
Nice.
Yeah, it's transparency mode's on. That is insane. All right, Beats, please don't let me down. I love the folding feature. I want to replace my AirPods with this. Okay.
No, not good?
Not as good.
Do I sound muffled, weird? No?
You sound pretty good. My voice sounds off. For some reason, the left one doesn't sound as good. Maybe if I turn my head. And the HVAC noise sounds fake. It's just nowhere near the quality. It's usable, better than a lot of third-party other companies. But man, I wonder if they did this on purpose to make sure they don't destroy these. Man, that is disappointing. Now, what about the microphone quality? This is the microphone quality using the new Beats Studio Pro. And this is the microphone quality using Apple's AirPods Max, which are around 2.5 years old now. And now back to the Beats Studio Pro. Let me know what you think in terms of microphone quality. Which one sounds better down in the comments below. And now let's compare the sound quality. We're gonna have a few different tracks here. You guys can hear what I am listening to. Let's get started. Okay, not a bad start. I feel like the AirPods Max are a little bit louder, but these do not disappoint in volume. A lot of other headphones just aren't loud enough, at least for me, and the bass sounded great. I can't give one a win over the other. Vadim, what about noise leakage, sound leakage?
The AirPods leaked more, much more.
More?
Oh yeah.
Okay, probably because of the kind of ear cup design compared to this one. And the AirPods feel like they're a lot more sealed in. Wow, okay, let's go to the next track. They don't shut off by themselves. They don't shut off by themselves. I usually paused it before. Wow, okay. Well, that sucks that they don't shut off automatically. There's no sensor in here, so that's a cost savings, and I think it's nice to just take it off. Somebody walks up to you if you don't want to put it to transparency mode or pause. But the sound quality sounds very good, very balanced. I think the high is a little bit brighter. The bass sounds really deep, and they are so close in terms of sound quality. Wow, okay, well now let's put the toughest track, which is a rock track that has a lot of instruments, a lot of layers, and let's see how they compare. Again, they didn't pause automatically. They know when you put it on. One thing I noticed is that as soon as I put them on, they switch so fast to these. They pair so quick. Probably newer tech. Maybe this has Bluetooth 5.3 compared to 5.0. But the sound quality wise, AirPods Max won it out in here. Here the highs are a little too sharp. There's less separation between the different layers of instruments. Still sounds great. The bass sounds great. I don't think anybody complained about how this sounds. Apple did a good job tuning them. But in the toughest tracks, the AirPod Max does go ahead. But for everything else, they sound so close. So you will not be disappointed in terms of sound. Now there's one more thing that's very special about these headphones that AirPods Max do not have, and that is the ability to play lossless audio. Even if you connect these with the Lightning to 3.5mm jack, they still do a bunch of processing internally and you don't get that full codec. It's still downsampled. Whereas I have this plugged in with USB Type-C, and as you guys see, they connected to my Mac, and even though I don't have them paired with Bluetooth, it shows up as USB audio output, which is super cool. And now I can open up Apple Music, switch to high-res lossless audio, and listen at full best quality. Now I don't think I could play the song for you guys because of copyright, but let's take a listen. All right guys, so I just listened to them both ways. I switched back and forth, and I didn't think I would be able to tell the difference because this song already sounds amazing. But I did notice a difference in the high frequencies. Just sounds like you have a little bit more detail, a little bit more there, a little less flat. I don't know what the best way is to describe it. Now it was interesting that when I'm playing lossless plugged in, as soon as I hit play, the active noise cancellation shuts off and it's giving you the pure sound without any processing, exactly how it is at full resolution, instead of keeping and doing other processing that could happen when you're going over Bluetooth. Now, of course, it depends on the track you're using. You'll notice a bigger difference, but that is so awesome to be able to do this, and at the same time it's charging, compared to not being able to on headphones that are way more expensive. So that is a major win for the Beats Studio Pros. Now I wanted to test one more thing just to test out the quality of the bass, and that is how low these can get, because the AirPods do an amazing job. And I cycled through 30 hertz, so loud, 20 hertz, still loud. In fact, the Beats actually play 20 hertz a little bit louder than the AirPods Max, and they're known for getting really, really deep, low bass. So the quality of the bass is awesome. It's not that just you have a lot of bass, but these hit deep, and that is very impressive for me. So with all of that tested, do the new Beats Studio Pros kill the AirPods Max? Well, if you don't mind a little more headband pressure, a little bit worse active noise cancellation, and the transparency mode with these, and especially if you want the form factor, the price tag, the lighter weight and less clamping pressure, I would say yes. Now, AirPods Max are definitely better in some ways, but for $200 less, having double the battery life, having sound quality that is just as good, possibly better depending on what you're listening to if you're using the lossless, and all the extra capabilities, a lot less limitations, I think these are a major win from me. You guys let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. We'll have a link to these as well as the link to discounted AirPods Max. Go ahead and click that circle above to subscribe and check out one of those great videos right over there, and I will see you in the next one.